What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Mexa vs. Gringo. Today we're talking about 10 things that are completely normal in the United States, but would feel super weird in Mexico. And if you've ever traveled between both countries, you already know the culture shock is real. Some of these differences are funny, some are surprising, and some honestly make Mexicans say, "Wait, why do Americans do that?" So grab some snacks, and let's get into it. Number 1. Houses with no fences or walls. One of the first things that surprises many Mexicans in the US is how open the houses are. In many American neighborhoods, homes don't have tall walls, gates, or bars on the windows. Sometimes there's not even a fence separating one house from another. In Mexico, especially in cities, it's super common to see tall walls, metal gates, security cameras, electric fences, and bars on windows. Privacy and security are a huge thing in Mexico. But in many parts of the US, houses look completely open. You can literally walk up to the front door without anything stopping you. For many Mexicans, that feels strange at first because it almost looks unfinished. Number 2. Ice in every drink. Americans love ice. Seriously, it doesn't matter if it's winter, snowing outside, or freezing cold. Drinks in the US usually come packed with ice. Water? Ice. Soda? Ice. Juice? Ice. Coffee? Somehow also ice. In Mexico, people do drink cold beverages, but not with giant cups full of ice all the time. And many Mexicans visiting the US get surprised when restaurants give you more ice than actual drink. Some even joke that Americans are secretly part polar bear. Number 3. Huge food portions. Food portions in the US can be massive. For many Mexicans visiting America for the first time, ordering a medium meal can feel like feeding an entire family. Everything tends to be bigger. Sodas, burgers, fries, pizzas, and desserts. And then there's the free refill culture. In many American restaurants, you can refill your drink as many times as you want for free. In Mexico, that's not nearly as common. For Mexicans, unlimited soda refills almost feel like a superpower. Number 4. Tipping everywhere. In the US, tipping is practically expected. At restaurants, many people tip 15%, 20%, or sometimes even more. And not just restaurants. Coffee shops, delivery apps, taxis, salons, and even self-service kiosks sometimes ask for tips. For many Mexicans, this feels crazy because tipping culture in Mexico is usually more flexible. In the US, some workers depend heavily on tips to make a living, which creates a very different social expectation. Many tourists from Mexico get shocked the first time they see a payment screen asking for a 25% tip. Number 5. People following rules very seriously. Americans generally take rules very seriously. For example, stopping completely at stop signs, waiting in line perfectly, respecting personal space, and following neighborhood regulations. In Mexico, things can sometimes be more relaxed or flexible depending on the situation. But in the US, breaking small rules can instantly make people uncomfortable. Even crossing the street at the wrong place can get weird looks. For many Mexicans, the level of rule following in the US feels intense at first. Number 6. Talking to strangers less often. In Mexico, random conversations happen all the time. People might talk to you at the store, in line, on the bus, in the elevator, basically anywhere. Mexican culture is usually warm and social. But in many parts of the US, people tend to keep more personal space and privacy. Sometimes neighbors barely know each other. For Mexicans, this can feel cold or distant in the beginning. Of course, Americans are still friendly, but the social style is definitely different. Number 7. Driving everywhere. In many US cities, having a car is almost mandatory. Everything is spread out. Supermarkets, schools, restaurants, and malls. Walking isn't always easy, and public transportation in many places is limited. Meanwhile, in Mexico, especially in larger cities, people are more used to buses, metros, colectivos, and walking short distances. Some Americans even drive places that Mexicans would easily walk to, like a store that's only 5 minutes away. Number 8. Giant supermarkets. American supermarkets can feel enormous. You walk in thinking you'll buy milk, and suddenly you're inside a building the size of a stadium. Stores like Costco or Walmart in the US are famous for selling giant products. Huge cereal boxes, giant peanut butter jars, and massive soda packs. Everything feels supersized. For many Mexicans, shopping in the US almost feels like entering another dimension. And don't even get started on the snack aisles. Number 9. Celebrating Halloween really hard. Yes, Halloween exists in Mexico too. But in the US, Halloween is on another level. People decorate their houses for weeks with giant skeletons, fake cemeteries, lights, fog machines, and inflatable monsters. Some neighborhoods look like movie sets. Kids go trick-or-treating everywhere, and adults also throw huge costume parties. For many Mexicans, the amount of effort Americans put into Halloween is honestly impressive. Number 10. Small talk everywhere. Americans are experts at small talk. Cashier? Small talk. Uber driver? Small talk. Random person at the gym? Small talk. Questions like, "How's your day going?" "Nice weather today." "Love your shoes," are super common. For some Mexicans, this feels unusual at first because strangers in Mexico might be warm and friendly, but not necessarily constantly making casual conversation. Sometimes Americans don't even expect a deep answer. It's just part of being polite. And honestly, once you get used to it, it can actually feel pretty nice. So, which one surprised you the most? And if you've lived in both Mexico and the US, tell us. What's another thing that feels completely normal in America but would seem super weird in Mexico? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more culture shocks, comparisons, and crazy differences between Mexicans and Americans. Thanks for watching Mexa vs. Gringo, and we'll see you in the next one.